lovelies, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today's tutorial is on how to make these short pants with patch pockets and elastic waistband. If you're interested in learning how to make this, please continue to watch this video. Thank you. So to start off, you're going to fold your fabric, so you place it on fold, and to get the amount of fabric you need, just divide your thigh measurement into 2 plus 2 inches, so your allowance on 1 inch depending on how much you want. So I'm just marking a border line where I'm going to start off. So this is where I'm going to start. So the next thing I'll measure is 2 inches, and these 2 inches will serve for the elastic case. The trouser, the pants is as elastic as the waist, so we're going to mark 2 inches for elastic casing. I'm just marking it like so. So I'm just showing us how this is elastic casing. So the second line that I mark now, that is where I'm going to start my measurement. So I'm going to measure from the waist to the hip. My waist to hip is 8 inches. So I'm just going to roll down that line. And I measure from the waist to the crotch depth. So the crotch depth is that long because the pant is high-waisted. So I just added 2 inches to my normal crotch depth. So my normal crotch depth is 9 inches. So I added 2 inches to ease because the pant is not fitted. And I'm marking from the waist to the hemline. I wanted to use 6 inches for the length of the pants. Then I added 1 inch for sewing for the hemi allowance, and that was what I'm marking right there. So the next thing is to import the horizontal measurements, and because the trouser is that we have elastic at the waist, so I will not be using the waist measurement on the waist. So I will import the quarter of the hip measurement on the waist plus 1 inch seam allowance. So I'll mark it up there. Then on the hip line, I will import the quarter of the hip measurement plus 1 inch for seam allowance, and I'm going to connect that line to the waistline like that. And on the crotch depth, I will input half of the thigh measurement. Your thigh measurement, you're going to divide that into 2, then you add plus 1 inch seam allowance, which I'm just going to mark right there. From the hip line, I'll place my curve ruler to where I marked on the crotch depth, and I'm going to make a curve like so. So if you don't have a curve ruler, you can just use your free hand to create a curve to the hip line, just like I just did now. And on the hem right there, I will just input half of the thigh measurement without adding any seam allowance. So I'm just going to mark half of the thigh measurement there and no adding of seam allowance. So I'll just connect the lines together like so. So I'm just connecting the lines together from the crochet depth to the hem line like that. So the next thing is just to cut off the excess fabric that I have there. So I'm just going to place the front pattern on the back like that, and I'm just going to, from the side there, I'll measure 2 inches just to out of the back. We are not adding to the around the curve area because there's no need. The trouser is not fitted, so you can just place your back pattern on your front pattern on the back fabric anyhow, and just measure 2 inches from the side. It's just that simple. Just measure 2 inches from the side, and just going to mark 2 inches from up to the down like so, just the way I'm marking right now. Just mark 2 inches on the side. So I'm just so I'm connecting the line together like that, the 2 inches that are marked on the side. So the trouser is always a bit longer at the back. So from the center of the trouser, just measure 1 inch. This is high-waisted a bit, so that's why we are just increasing the back by 1 inch. So use your curve ruler to connect it to the side from the center around the crotch area to the side of the back pattern like that. So just connect it like that. So I'm just cutting out the excess fabric right there, and we have our front and back patterns ready like so. So the next thing I'm marking right now is the patch pocket, and I've measured 9 by 9 inches. So on this side you mark 3 inches, and on the other side you mark 5 inches. So just going to rule a line like that from that line. Just watch what I'm doing. Just mark there, and you're going to create a curve just like so. So just cut it out. Just going to cut it out, and we have our patch pocket ready like that. So the next thing you're going to do is use the bias to fold it at the opening like there. You can use bias to close it right there. And this is the front pattern. So just place them on top of each other and sew the crotch depth around the crotch area. So you're going to use this to do the back too. You do the same thing for the back. Fold them together at the side then. So for the patch pocket, you're just going to fold it around like I'm doing right now, and you iron it out. This is the one I've already ironed it out. So you don't need to do the side because it's just going to fall right on the fabric. So to sew your patch pocket on your trouser, just measured 4 inches. You need 2 inches for the elastic casing and 2 inches below the elastic casing. That's why I marked 4 inches. So just place your folded patch pocket on top of it like so, and you take it to the sewing machine to sew it round. Just sew around, just like the way I'm pointing my finger. You do it for the first one and also the second one like so. So I've already sewed the patch pocket right on the front pattern. So the next thing is to place the back panel. Just place it right there. I've sewed the crotch of the back too, so just place them on top of each other, and you're going to use 1 inch to sew it. For the crotch I use 1/2 inch to sew. So for the side you're going to use 1 inch to join it together by the side. So I've already joined it together by the side by 1 inch. So at the flap area there, just use 1/2 inch to join this trouser together like that. And this I've already done. So the next thing is to fold in the elastic casing. So just fold in the 2 inches, then you now folded in 1/2 inch from that. This is the line where we marked earlier for the elastic casing. You can just increase the line round, or you can just eyeball it. And so I'm folding in 2 inches, then from the 2 inches you fold in 1/2 inch. That means you're going to have 1.5 inch for the elastic casing like that. So I've already done that, and you're going to leave about 1 inch opening. This is the opening we're going to use to insert the elastic band. So the elastic, to get the amount of elastic that you're going to need, minus 6 inches from your waist measurement. My waist measurement is 28, so 28 minus 6 equals to 22. So the elastic I'm inserting into the waist here is 22 inches long. So minus 6 inches from your waist measurement. So I'm just inserting the elastic into the into the waist like so. So now I've gotten to the hand, so just place the elastic on top of each other and you take it to the sewing machine to sew that place in like that, to sew the elastic. So I've already joined the elastic already, and the opening that we use to insert the elastic, just take that place to the sewing machine and close it up. So I've done that already. So the next thing is to place the pants on top of each other, fold it very well and take it to the sewing machine to hem the hemline. And voila, we are done with the short pants like that. So I'm just taking it to the machine to hem the hemline like that. So this is the trouser that we make. Look at how beautiful it is, the patch pockets, the elastic and the waist. So thank you for watching this tutorial. If you find it helpful, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel for more awesome tutorial. So thank you, catch you in my next tutorial.